Good morning, everyone. I hope this finds you well and living your best life in Jesus Christ. As I said in yesterday's devotional, I think all of us want to be a success, and we certainly want to be a success as a Christian. There are so many Christian virtues and traits that I aspire to have. I don't know anyone who doesn't want to be known as loving, compassionate, or a very gracious person. But lately, as I've been reading James 1, especially verses 2 and 3, I have come to also want to develop this virtue, and that is endurance. In James 1, verses 2 and 3, it says, "Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance." I don't think there are many of us who long to endure. This word brings up images of hardship because endurance is often how we cope with things we don't like, such as criticism, conflict, pain, or illness. If we could get through life without ever having to undergo difficulty, we'd rejoice. Yet James says we are to consider it joy when we encounter trials. He's not saying we should be happy about the suffering we face, rather that we should rejoice in what the Lord does in our lives through hardship. All these circumstances we dread are the means God uses to bring us to spiritual maturity, and the only way to get to the good is to endure the bad. Well, what seems bad from our perspective. Think about a musician who's learning to play an instrument. He has to work at it every day. Practice scales and arpeggios. He has to work on long pieces of music, develop his ability to read music notes, and think quickly. He has to master the physical and mental demands of his chosen instrument. In order to do this, he has to follow a strict training plan and push through hours of tedium, mental exhaustion, and frankly, often physical pain. If that was all he ever did, it would be drudgery with no reward. But he does it for the goal set before him. And what is his goal? Why, to play beautiful music, of course. When our goal was to grow in Christ and become who He wants us to be, we find ourselves willing to endure the pain, because the outcome will be worth it. We can be sure that every situation the Lord allows in our life is intended to develop something we lack spiritually. Knowing that enables us to submit to whatever He chooses for us. And as we see our trials from God's perspective, we can even rejoice in what He's doing. So today, I will work hard to develop my endurance, but learning how to cope with things that are negative and painful. Then I will be more able to be used by my Lord as His instrument. I hope you make today a terrific day. I want you to know that I'm here if you need me, and I love you all.